let's go on to talk about actual expectations for the offense. Like we didn't really actually got to talk about numbers and stats like that. But Mikey, what do you realistically want to and think you're going to see from this offense in year one? All the pressure's kind of on Shane Waldron now.
Yeah, 100% it's on Shane Waldron. He's going to have to, tailor up a game that I think, Caleb will work perfect in the play action. So I think we might see something a little elevated from the Luke Getzey, kind of like from what we saw from Luke Getzey, a lot of 12 personnel, a lot of play action. But Dante mentioned it. We got three running backs that we can run the ball with. We have tight ends as a security blanket. We have three wide receivers, two of them that we know for a fact know how to manipulate routes, know how to use their hip control, body control, whether inside, outside, and get open in the NFL game. Rome is a rookie. We still got to get him acclimated. So I think Caleb is going to be able to thrive in this offense. I think as long as the defense can stay healthy and they can continue to build on what Flus was doing, calling plays next year, and then you add in somebody like a Torrey Taylor, you're going to get some favorable field position. So I think this offense, my realistic, um, a project for the projection for this team is going to be, I say a top 15. I'll be generous. A top 15 offense with a top 10 defense, and you can 100% win with that. You don't need to be top 5 at both to win. Outside of that, for the squad, there's what, 3 extra wild cards? Is it 3 extra wild cards? So I don't, we obviously want the division. You got to beat the division to be good. But I'm not going to put the pressure on them to be division champs this year. The Lions are further along, roster wise, talent wise, depth wise, experience wise, than the Chicago Bears are going to be this year. So I don't necessarily have division or bust goals. Just get in with one of those 3 wild card spots. I need you to be a playoff team. I need you to be competitive. I need I need close to double-digit wins. And I'm gonna say it right now. We don't want to hear rebuilding no more. That shit's done. That shit's done.
Yeah.
We're done. We're done rebuilding. Everything going forward is just adding depth. Just adding depth. All of the key pieces are in part on offense. The majority of the defense is set. You just got to get you another pass rusher. I think that's something that you can square off next year. I think there's still some vets you can go and get. At very worst, go and get, Yannick Ngakoue again, sign him on a 1-year deal. I think next year they'll go and get that big defensive end complementary piece to put with Sweat. But the rebuilding shit is done. This is just go ahead and win games now. You got the third easiest schedule, last place schedule in the league. You got a rookie quarterback. You got 2 1,100-yard receivers on offense. It's there. Everything is there.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, there's a lot of great offenses in the NFL, so I'm not gonna throw a top 10 on them right away. But in between 12 and 15, I think it's fair. In between 12 and 15 is fair for this offense. It needs to be something where it moves. And even outside the explosive plays, I know the explosive plays are going to be there. What are the down by down plays going to look like? Like, are we going to have some, what the fuck is Waldron calling? This is second and 4. Make those plays, make your second and 4 simpler so you're not having 3rd and 8s and things like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's the stuff I'm looking forward to. I want to see a balance. The run game, I believe, is rookie quarterback's best friend. But I don't want it to be so run heavy when we're sitting there like, we got Keenan Allen, DJ Moore and Roma Dubs, and we ain't throwing the football. Use a healthy combination of the two. And I think this offense can, hit all the expectations and even get better than we expect it to get, man. And that's pretty much what I want to see. I want to see variety, and I want to see calls that make sense. Variety, calls that make sense, consistency, and calls that are better after your opening drive. Because Luke Getzey was script king. Matt Nagy, script king. What's your 3rd and 4th drives going to look like, my G? That's the stuff I'm looking forward to when we get to, training camp. I'm looking forward to see what gets implemented in training camp, because as I think back to training camp last year, and I didn't think about it being a big deal at the time, but it ended up being a big deal. There was not a lot of throwing downfield. It was a lot of dink and dunk and a lot of bad dink and dunking during camp last year. So I'm interested to see what that philosophy is going to be like come for camp this year.
Yeah, and shout out to Braggs, Greg Braggs, because he talked about that a lot. He caught a lot of flack for it. A lot of people say, "Oh, you hating? You don't want to see Justin be great."
Now Braggs on it.
He was like, "Nah, bro. I'm just telling you what I see. Like the passing game looks bad, and it was bad. Even despite that, it's crazy. You have a bad passing game. You had two people have career years, but I think the expectation for the offense 12 to 15. I feel you, and I hear you with the whole I don't see top 10. Fuck that. I see a top 10 offense.
I'm not saying I don't see it. I'm just saying I'm not expecting it. There's a lot of great offense in the NFL.
Yeah, I expect it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I expected it. This is a culmination of what you've been building. Obviously, as Caleb goes on, he will have better seasons, but you don't like to predict these type of things, but I could see him having a Cam Newton type of rookie season where he really lights it up. Like because of the weapons, because of the weapons in the schedule we have. So it's going to be very favorable for us. And so as long as he gets in, take care of his business and stays healthy, that's going to be key. Keeping him healthy, keeping him upright, even though he said he can't play on the move, playing off script is one of his strengths. But, he's talked constantly about how Aaron Rodgers is somebody he models himself after. And we all watched Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, he played off script, but at the same time, he was in that pocket just really just dissecting people. And so I'm expecting a lot of things from them. When you have the wide receiver room, again, the wide receiver room, you have the running back room, you have the tight end room, you have you're set at the skill positions. So it's one of those things where it's like, no, I should see a really, really good offense, no matter what happens.
Paper on this player haters, old news, money on the other line, so I'm not gonna hold you. Money on the other line, so I'm not gonna